showing you to iOS Expert 649. Does January 1st, 1970 really brick your iPhone? And I will be showing you something pretty cool. So, basically, you go to General, you go to Date and Time. Obviously, you're going to have to turn Offset automatically. Then you're going to want to change your time zone to UTC. And then you will need to change the date and time back to 1970. We're going to go to January 1st. And we're going to set the time to about 12:15 in the morning. AM, 12:15. So you set the date to January 1st. As you can see, January 1st, 1970 at 12:15 AM GMT. Let's see what happens when we reboot this device. Now, normally on iOS 9.2.1, this would brick your iPhone. Normally on 9.2.1, this phone would be bricked. So let's see if this phone's bricked. So we're gonna wait a little bit, and we're gonna see where this takes us. Okay, this, I mean, it does take normally does take a long time to boot. We see it's not bricked. So, as you can see, Thursday, January 1st, 12:16. Now, we're going to start showing you some interesting behavior. So, now we're going to start showing you guys some interesting behavior. So, I don't want you guys to see my home screen or my wallpaper or my passcode, because that stuff's not for you guys to see. Let's go to General. Let's go ahead and press on Date and Time. So we're now going to change this to a proper time zone, not UTC. So Touch ID now. So we're going to turn this off. I'm not sure why this is on dark mode, because dark mode is 12:15 in the morning, not 12:26 in the afternoon. So this is 26.0.1, by the way, so it is going to be a little slow here. Let's just see if we can get that going again, maybe. Oh yeah, light mode. Whoa. Okay, let's see if we can go back in the settings. Okay, there it goes. General, date and time. Yeah, 26 is a little buggy. This isn't because I changed the date to January 1st, 1970. This is January 26.0.1. So, as you can see, 2026, because I turned onset automatically. So, let's see what happens when you go all the way back to 1969. So, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to this is as far back as the date and time scroller will let you go. As you can see, I can't click on these dates. See if I go back. As you can see, nope. As you can see, it goes back to 1969. So now when we do that, you can see it doesn't let you go to 7:01 o'clock either. It only goes to, as you can see, it only goes to 7 p.m. or 7:01 p.m. on December 31st, 1969. So when you turn this off, let's see what this phone will do. Okay, that thing's turned off. We're gonna turn it back on. Okay, as you can see, this phone is not bricked. As you can see, again, phone not bricked. As you can see again, iPhone is not bricked. So again, hide my personal information. Wait for the internet to turn on, then we can go to settings. And then we're gonna hide my name. And then we're gonna go to general. And you can see date and time. So now, let's see. Set automatically on. It is a little glitchy. Okay, that time it didn't glitch out, so as you can see, it can go as far into the future as you want. So, this date also does not break the device. As you can see, 26.0.1 always. This is 26.0.1, by the way. It's always going to freeze up. So let's see if we can move the scroller again. No. Okay, we're going to have to go through that process again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings. That was going to crash on me again and show me my name and stuff, which I don't want it to do. So I'm going to have to put you, I have to hide the, okay. All right, date and time. Okay, it's gonna, okay. So now this is where something cool goes into play. We're gonna set the date and time to 2070, and we're gonna put the date on January the 19th. Now, or 20th. Let's go to January 20th, 2070. So basically, a future date like this normally would brick the device, but I don't think that glitch is working anymore. So let's turn this off. So again, the phone is going to shut down like it normally would. So yeah, a year ago, this phone would have been worse than bricked. How about now? So it's turning back on. And now, we're going to see what happens. Oh. So, look at that. Would you look at that? We're gonna go into our settings. And this time, as you can see, the date is February 22nd of 1970, and it's 4:52 p.m. So yeah, or the date is February 22nd, 1970, and this is now what happens when you put an iPhone past its limit. So I'm going to turn on set automatically. Let's change the date and time. Let's change it to 2100 this time, see what happens. Okay, so we're 2100, and now we're going to reboot the device one last time. So, as you can see, you're going to see my iPhone 11 that's recording this video until I turn this SE on. So I don't want you guys to see my face. There you go. There you go. So we're gonna see what happens. Sorry, I'm just trying to hide my face with my iPhone because it reflects into the screen. So again, just let this settings, what date are we on? Let's see what date we are on this settings now. Yeah, February 22nd, 1970. So if it detects, so if the phone detects a brick unusable date, your phone's just going to do this. Just going to go to February 22nd, 1970 at about 4:50 something in the afternoon. So yeah, so if anything like that happens to your device, as you can see, February 22nd. So now, if you set your phone to 1970, 2069, 2100, if you set it to a dangerous date, it's just going to go to February 22nd, 1970, which means Apple hasn't seriously fixed this bug. As you can see, set a bad date. Your iPhone now goes to February 22nd, 1970. Apple has officially fixed this bug. Thank you for watching, and as always, peace out.